Hello, everyone out there in YouTube land. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I, of course, am Diego. And today we're going to continue to talk about Officer and Gentleman. That's right, Officer and Gentleman from that lovely romantic movie from 1982. I know you love it a lot. I like it myself. I don't think I love it, but it's a pretty good movie. I like the way it depicted the military in there. I like the main character, Zach Mayo. I think he actually acts like a guy, which is something that you don't really see too much today in movies. It was from a different era. It was from the Reagan era. Now, I did not watch this movie when it first came out because I was a little fucking kid when this movie first came out, okay? I didn't know who the fuck Richard Gere was. I didn't know about the gerbil or any of the kind of shit, yeah. If you want to know about Richard Gere and the gerbil, look it up, all right? I ain't going to tell you here. I already talked about it when I reviewed Pretty Woman, okay? But anyway, Richard Gere, yeah, I guess this is the movie that made him a big stud. Okay, before this, he was just doing like episodes of Kojak and Streets of San Francisco and shit. He wasn't really doing much, all right? He got fired from the Lords of Flatbush because Sylvester Stallone didn't like him. That was a movie with Sylvester Stallone, Henry Winkler, and it actually that's actually the movie that made Henry Winkler famous as the Fonzie because he got cast as Fonzie after that role. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. The point is that Richard Gere he wasn't doing very much until this movie came out. Once this movie came out, the next big thing he got was like American Gigolo, and he was off to the races. Okay, then he does Pretty Woman, then there's all the other fucking bullshit movies that he's made. Apparently, he's a good actor. I've seen him in a couple of things. I remember I saw him in Primal Fear. I think it was okay in that, but I saw him in The Jackal. Okay, that's the one where Bruce Willis was the fucking gay assassin. Is Sidney Poitier. He played like the Irish guy, the IRA guy that was trying to stop him. It's just crazy shit. But so I remember him in that. Okay, he's been around for a long time now. But this is the movie that put him on the map. Okay, this is the movie that definitely made him into the heartthrob that he became. Then he started doing all those fucking movies with Julia Roberts. Yeah, he didn't just do Pretty Woman. He did some other one. I know he did the one. What was it? Runaway Bride or shit. He did, yeah, fucking Richard Gere. Holy shit, yeah. But yeah, apparently. Now, something you probably don't know, I haven't not watched every single movie out there, okay? But I watched a lot of movies out there. And one movie I have never watched, even though I have it here, I have never watched it, is American Gigolo. So I don't know if I should review that one or not. Should I watch it and review it? I don't fucking know. I've never seen it. I think I've seen like maybe 20 minutes of it, because somebody had it on TV when I was at their house or some shit, but I had never seen the whole thing. Okay, so I don't really know if I should or not, but I know that's one of his most famous movies out there, but I don't know if I should review it or not. I will say Richard Gere was really good in Internal Affairs. That came out in the early 90s. Okay, that was with Andy Garcia. Okay, and Laurie Metcalf from fucking Roseanne was in it too. She played the lesbian Internal Affairs guy, girl. That was good. Annabelle Scorio was in that one. He's just Richard Gere's character, man. He was just fucking everybody in that movie. He was fucking his best friend's wife. He was fucking a lot of guys' wives in that movie. Okay, he was this crooked cop, this evil cop, man. It was awesome. It was an awesome movie. Anyway, he was really good in that. I really liked him in that. To see such a nice guy, portray this psychopath was pretty fucking awesome. All right. Anyway, that's not here nor there. Okay, this movie we're talking about today is the first big movie that he did, Officer and Gentleman. It also stars Deborah Winger, who I remember from she was Wonder Girl on the Wonder Woman TV show. Look it up, season 1. Look it up. Okay, she was Wonder Girl on the Wonder Woman TV show with Linda Carter from the 70s. She was Wonder Girl. That was like her first acting gig out of college or some shit like that. Yeah, and then she did some other stuff. She was in Thank God It's Friday, probably one of the best disco movies ever made, next to fucking Saturday Night Fever, of course, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. She did Thank God It's Friday, this low budget comedy. It's a comedy. It's like a fucking sitcom, but it's a 2-hour sitcom. Okay, you got a bunch. It's like Love Boat. Think Love Boat or Fantasy Island. Okay, you got these different characters. They all go to the same place. They each have their own storylines, but they're all at the same place, the same night. Okay, you got Donna Summers in there. All sorts of crazy shit's going on. And the girl that sings "Take My Breath Away" from Top Gun. Yeah, she's one of the characters in there. Yeah, look it up. I don't remember her name, but look it up. I know for a fact that's her there, okay? The one that sings Take My Breath Away, okay? Berlin, the lead singer of Berlin. Yeah, she plays one of the characters in there, okay? Yeah, that's a good movie. And of course, Deborah Winger was in that too. She plays this Jewish girl, this shy Jewish girl, goes out with one of her coworkers, and she's really clumsy, bumps into things, she says the wrong thing when she tries to pick up guys, it's crazy shit like that. But although no one believes that a girl as pretty as Deborah Winger would ever have a problem getting a guy, okay? This is bullshit. But anyway, it's the movie, so what the fuck? And of course, Donna Summers in it, okay? And she just steals the show at the end in the climax where she fucking sings Last Dance, Oh my God, man. Everybody, I was dancing during that part. Fucking Donna Summer, Queen of Disco, fuck yeah. The late great Donna Summer. Yeah, she did pass away several years ago. Okay, but anyway, that's not here there. But that's where I remember Deborah Winger from. She did some other stuff too. I think she did like Terms of Endearment or some shit, some other fucking chick movie that I've never seen. But I will review it. It's on the list. Eventually, I will get to Terms of Endearment. For those of you Shirley MacLaine fans out there, eventually I will get to it. All right. I know she was in that piece of shit. Okay, and then she's done some other stuff too. I don't remember. I think she did something with Jane Fonda. Who gives a fuck? Anyway, her career didn't really survive like the '90s. Oh, she did Urban Cowboy with John Travolta. I do remember her in that. She played Sissy, I think, in that one. I think that's who it was. Yeah, but she was also screwing what's his name, Scott Glenn behind John Travolta's back. Who knows? I haven't seen that movie in a long time. Okay, but yeah, she was an Urban Cowboy. So she was doing very well at this time, but her career didn't really survive into the 90s, unfortunately. I don't know what the fuck she's doing now. Okay, but this is probably one of her best roles. She really did a really good job playing this woman, Paula Pokrywki. I guess she's Polish. Paula the Polak is what Richard Gere calls her in the movie. She's this redneck girl, lives in this fucking town, this little fucking town outside of a fucking military base, which, I know a lot about that. And the girls that live in those towns, I definitely know about that because I was in the military myself. Okay, I relate to this movie in a lot of ways. Okay, I actually watched this movie right before I joined the Marines just to kind of prepare me for what the fuck was coming. And a lot of it in this movie is true. Although, me personally, I think that Richard Gere, Zach Mayo, his boot camp, his basic training was from fucking goddamn resort compared to the shit that I had to fucking go through. Can you believe that? He got laid. He got to go dancing. He got to wear his uniform off the base. Get the fuck out of here. We weren't allowed to do any of that shit. Okay, but anyway. Moving right along. So it's a love story. It's a love story between Zach Mayo, who's a very stoic guy, very reserved emotionally. He exhibits other certain emotions, like he'll exhibit like anger and frustration, and annoyance. He'll exhibit those emotions, no problem. He's very passive aggressive, in the way that he talks to people and stuff. Okay, so he has no problem showing those. It's the other emotions that he has a problem with. Okay, like love. Okay, like showing love. Okay, or like or even just cutting loose, just being honest to people about what he's feeling, what he's going through. He can't do that stuff. He doesn't know how. He wasn't raised that way. His dad's an asshole who didn't want him. His mom killed herself when he was a little boy. So he grew up in the fucking Philippines. No white kids around. He got his ass kicked by the other Filipino kids that were there. Okay, but he did grow up above a whorehouse because his dad loved whores. Okay, so I'm pretty sure he lost his virginity at fucking 11 years old and was was having three-ways and shit by the time he was 13 at the least. Okay, so he knows his way around a pussy. So hence he's very good in bed. Hence women tend to fall in love with him. Okay, and because he was also good looking and shit, but because he's also very reserved emotionally, he doesn't really share his emotions that much. He's very stoic. That turns women on because women like to be the drama queens in the relationship. Now today in 2023, it's the other way around. The women are the strong, tough ones, and the men are the ones that are always crying and shit and playing with their pussy. Okay, but back in the 80s, it wasn't that way. All right, and Zach Mayo is definitely a very masculine character. That's what I like about him. He acts like a man. I don't agree with everything he does. I do understand the character. I don't agree with everything that he does or why he does it. Okay, but at least he does act like a man. I know men like Zach Mayo. I'm a lot like Zach Mayo in a lot of ways. Okay, not in a lot always, but in a lot of ways I am like him. I also have a very hard time, displaying my emotions, especially around women. It's really difficult for me to do that. I couldn't even display my emotions around my mom, much less around a woman. It's very difficult. So for him, I can understand that part of him. Paula keeps trying to fucking chip away at him, try to get him to reveal his feelings for her, but he ain't gonna do it because he just doesn't know how to do that stuff. Okay, he doesn't really know what he's feeling. He knows that it makes him uncomfortable. This feeling good makes him uncomfortable, and therefore he wants to get away from it. He wants to run away from it. He wants to ghost her. Quit talking to her, break it off, clean. Like he said earlier, like he told Sid, and Sid should have fucking taken his advice because we know what's gonna happen to Sid later. Sid's his best friend, who's also an officer candidate. But he's basically in love with Paula's friend Lynette. Okay, who's this fucking cycle slut. That's what we called them in the Marines. We called them cycle sluts because they knew when our training cycle was. They knew exactly what day we arrived and what day we were leaving. So they had that 3.5 month opportunity to fucking bag us, to get us to fucking marry them and get them the fuck out of Jerkwater, Mississippi, or wherever the fucking shit kicker fucking town is outside of the fucking military base. They want to get the fuck out of there, and the best way to do it is by hooking up with one of us. Okay, because when you come with us, you get to stay where we stay. The the military will provide for your housing. They'll provide you with insurance, health insurance and all that kind of shit. A food allowance. They'll give it all to you. Okay, so while your husband is out there fucking fighting for democracy, all these other fucking Marines can fuck you. Yeah, you basically got your pick. You can go to the bars and hang out with the other wives. They're all fucking around on their husbands too. Okay, yeah, it's a great party. You got everything to gain. You got nothing to lose, right? So that's what she's trying to do. Okay, and I saw that happen. They didn't get me. I never got married, but I saw that happen to some of the guys that I went to class with and stuff. And it was just terrible. It's terrible. Thank God I saw this movie before I went in the Marine Corps. Otherwise, the shit could easily have happened to me. It almost did. I had a fucking girlfriend when I was going to tank school. Holy shit, dude! I can't say her name, but she looked like a fucking Barbie doll. My friends called her the human Barbie doll. Okay, yeah. You think she was trying to get her mitts on it? Fuck yeah, she was. She wanted to live in fucking E-Town, Elizabethtown. Okay, she wanted to fucking live there. That's the town right outside of our fucking base. Fucking Fort Knox, the one we went to school, So it's like, what the fuck, man? Of course she was trying to fucking get her claws into me, okay? And we actually used to joke about this movie. I used to tell her, like, hey, I'm going to take you away like Officer and Gentleman. Yeah. I actually said that to her before, because I was thinking about that movie when we were at the Rocker, which is this fucking club that's there. Wow, this brings like lots of memories, Oh, you want me to pick you up like Richard Gere did and Officer Jim and carry you away? Oh my God, but yes, that really happened to me, okay? So I got some experience here, okay? So basically, what we're going to talk about here is I'm going to talk to you about Officer and Gentleman. I'm going to give you straight man's point of view, because that's what I do here, okay? I don't bullshit you, okay? Ladies, I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing, okay? I'm going to tell you the honest God truth what a man would tell another man about this fucking movie if any man other than me actually watched this fucking movie from beginning to end and enjoyed it, okay? Like, I actually enjoyed this movie, okay? So I don't have that much bad to say about it, okay? But I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to call it the bullshit. I'm going to call it the bullshit. I'm going to try to explain to you as best I can why the characters act the way they do, at least the male characters, why they act the way they do, and what they're probably thinking, more than likely what they're thinking, because I have some experience in this department, okay? So I'm going to tell you the truth, okay? I got nothing to gain my line to you, okay? I'm going to tell you the truth. Well, your dad should have told you, your husband should have told you, your boyfriend should have told you. I'm going to fucking tell you, okay? Because they ain't going to fucking tell you, okay? I'm going to tell you, I got nothing to gain by lying to you, okay? I'm going to give you a big fucking dose of truth, baby, straight up with no lube. No lube, all right? The real question you need to ask yourself is, can you handle it? Can you handle the truth, okay? Because I don't think you can. In fact, I know you can't. You can't handle the truth. What the fuck? I want to live in lollipop land. Fucking in rainbows and Skittles and all that kind of fucking shit. Get the fuck out of here with that nonsense. Anyway, so moving right along. Okay, so where we left off last time is Sid and Zach got into an argument at the chow hall. Okay, that's what we called it, the chow hall. Okay, that's where they get the commissary, where they get their fucking food, all right? And they're arguing because Sid's girlfriend, well, I wouldn't call Lynette his girlfriend, his fuck buddy. He actually has a fiance back home in Oklahoma that he's supposed to marry. It's his brother's ex-fiance. Yeah, his brother. His older brother that died 7 years ago. I'm guessing it was 9 years ago in Vietnam, because it's 1982 and Vietnam ended in 1973. So I'm guessing he died in 1973. Okay, so that was 9 fucking years ago. Okay, this movie takes place in 1982. Okay, so 9 years ago his brother died. And now he's married. Now he's engaged to his girlfriend, his ex-fiance, who clearly is at least 9 years older than him. Okay, what the fuck are you thinking? All right, I'm guessing he's probably 23, which would make her like 32. Like, what the fuck? And in those 9 years, she never met anybody else. She never fell in love with another guy her own age. Nothing. No, and it's like she just hooked up with her fiance's little brother. Are you fucking insane? Like, that makes no fucking sense. I'm guessing by that math, by him being 23, that meant that Sid would have been, what, 14 when his brother died? Yeah, he would have been 14. And let's assume that she's the same age as his older brother Tommy, which would make her 23 also. And he's 14, so when Tommy died, she immediately became engaged to a fucking 14-year-old? This makes no fucking sense. I didn't write the fucking movie. The guy that wrote the movie, actually, I think his name is Stewart. Yeah, Douglas Stewart wrote this fucking movie, and he based it on his own experiences going to OCS. He actually went to naval school, officer candidate school for the Navy. Okay, and he fell in love with a girl that worked in the shithole town. Okay, outside of the military base. But in real life, he fucking left her there. You didn't take her with him. Fucking left her there. Yeah, that's true. Look it up. It's true. Okay, that's actually a more realistic movie. It's a more realistic movie. That's what I did. I left that girl there. I didn't fucking take her with me. Fuck no. I barely knew her. I was only stationed there for 3.5 months, and only 2 of those months were we dating. So what the fuck? I wasn't gonna marry her and bring her with me to fucking North Carolina. Are you out of your fucking mind? No. I barely knew her. I mean, as gorgeous as she was and all that, it's just no. I'm not ready for that yet. Man, that's my story. That's not his story. Anyway, so yes, that's what happened. He decided to write a movie about it, and they picked it up. It took 8 years before they actually made the movie. Nobody wanted to make the movie. The Navy did not endorse this movie at all. Hollywood didn't think that they could get anyone famous to be in this movie. A lot of people turned it down. John Travolta turned it down. They offered it to him. So it was difficult getting the movie made. Okay, and they finally did get it made. They actually offered it. I think they offered it to Melanie Griffith, the part of Paula. Yeah, what the fuck, Melanie Griffith? Yeah, you're fucking. And they also offered it to like Jennifer Jason Leigh. Yeah, but she did Fast Times at Ridgemont High instead. Or it's just a lot of crazy shit behind the scenes before the movie actually got made. They finally settled on Richard Gere because he was cheap. Okay, he was doing TV shows, so they didn't have to pay him that much money, so that's what they got him. And of course, they got Louis Gossett Jr. too, who actually won an Academy Award. He did a great job as Gunny Foley. He was really good in this movie. Okay, so anyway, we left off, so Sid and Zach were arguing. Basically, Sid, because Lynette, his fuck buddy that he's in love with, apparently. Well, he fell in love with her when he found out that she was pregnant. She basically told him that she was pregnant. She said she went to the doctor. The doctor confirmed it, because there was no pregnancy tests back then in 1982. So she lied to him, and she said she was going to do it. She told Paula she was going to do it. She's going to lie. She doesn't think it's fair that these flyboys, they think they're all that. They come in here for 3.5 months and they fucking leave, and that's not enough time to get them to fall in love with them. Okay, so it's not fair. They just use them for sex and then throw them out like trash. They should be getting something for all their trouble. In other words, they should be getting a ring, and all that kind of shit. Get the fuck out of here with that noise, all right? The only reason he fucked you like that is because that's all you offered him. You didn't offer him anything. You didn't offer him a relationship, okay? You didn't offer him a goddamn thing. You fucked him the first day you fucking met him. Okay? You fucked him in the front seat of the fucking car, for Christ's sake, Lynette. Okay? The only thing you're selling is your fucking pussy, okay? You're not selling relationships, okay? If you'd done that, it might have been a little bit different, okay? But that's not, okay? You led with your fucking pussy. You led with your fucking pussy and he fucking took it. After that, what else you got to offer? Nothing. You got nothing. So you make up some bullshit, I'm pregnant now, in order to get him to feel guilty to pay for the abortion. When all of a sudden I'm Catholic. Okay, well, Catholics also say you don't fucking have sex until you're fucking married. Okay, so don't tell me how fucking Catholic you are. Okay, I'm not gonna have an abortion because I'm Catholic. Get the fuck out of here with that noise. All right. So she's gonna refuse the abortion. So she says, like, it's up to you. You don't have to marry me or anything. I'm just gonna have the baby on my own. I'll take care of it all by myself. So now she guilt tripped him. So now he feels he has to do something because this girl's pregnant. She won't have an abortion. Okay, and she tells this to Zach because Zach's his best friend. And Zach tells him, well, she's probably bullshitting you. How do you know it's even yours? Well, she wants to have the baby by herself, then fuck, fine, go let her do it. Pay for the abortion. She don't want to have an abortion? Let her have the baby by herself then. That's what she said, right? Let her do it. Happens all the time. Zach doesn't give a shit. He's like, what the fuck? Okay. Have an abortion. Oh, she don't want to pay for it? She want to have the abortion? Okay, well then just let her have the baby then. Fuck it. You don't have to marry her. He's like, but there could be a kid out there that I know nothing about. He's like, so what? So what? How do you even know it's yours? There was no DNA back then, okay? There was no fucking DNA back then. He's like, I don't even know it's yours. He doesn't. Okay, he all of a sudden she trapped him. She trapped him into fucking trying to be some fucking gentleman. So now he's trying to prove himself to her. Oh no, please, I'm gonna do you right. I'm gonna do the right by you. I'm not gonna abandon you, and I'm gonna be some scumbag asshole. Now of course he feels that he needs to do this. He was so busy thinking about whether or not he was being a gentleman, whether or not he was doing the right thing. He was so fucking concerned with that he never bothered to see if Lynette was even a fucking lady. You see what I mean? He's so concerned with how he's acting in this situation, he never bothered to think about how she's acting. You see what I mean? That's the problem. And Zach can see right through that. He's like, dude, she's a fucking whore. And Zach knows a lot about whores, okay? He grew up with them, okay? This girl's a fucking whore and she's using you. You're trying to be fucking Prince Charming? You're not supposed to be Prince Charming to a fucking gutter trash whore. You're not supposed to be Prince Charming to that. If you're gonna act like that, the woman's gotta be worthy of that. She's gotta be worthy of that. You see what I mean? That's the fucking difference. Okay? Is Lynette worthy? Well, Sid never even asked these questions. You see what I mean? And that's the problem. Zach can see through it, but Sid can't. Okay, and Zach calls him out. He's like, the only reason you're even thinking this way, the only reason you're accepting responsibility for this is because that's what you do. Okay, when your brother died in Vietnam, you felt guilty that your brother died and you didn't, so you decided you're gonna marry his girlfriend now. Okay, that's why you got engaged to this Susan girl. Okay, because you felt guilty that your brother died and you didn't. Okay, and now you're gonna fucking marry this this fucking cycle slut because she told you she's pregnant. She told you you knocked her up. Okay. No. You're taking responsibility for this too, okay? Everything's your fault. He's like, well, maybe, it might be bullshit to you, Mayo, but where I come from, we don't treat people that way. I ain't like you, Mayo. I can't just shit all over people and then sleep at night, And then Zach tells him the truth. He goes, listen, motherfucker, okay, if you have a responsibility to yourself first, okay? And if you can't handle that, then you got a lot bigger fucking problems than getting some fucking redneck, fucking gutter trash cycle slut fucking pregnant. Well, the whole chow hall heard that. So, and that's the truth about Zach Mayo. Okay, Mayo's problem is that he acts like he doesn't care, and and he tries. I think deep down inside, Mayo wishes he didn't care. He wishes he was a bit of a psychopath in that way, that he wishes he didn't feel for other people. Okay, he hates that about himself because every time he feels for somebody, it brings him pain. Okay, so since he's not feeling for people anymore, he quit doing that years ago, he's just reliving the last time that he felt something, which was pain. He felt pain when his father rejected him as a boy. He felt pain when his mother abandoned him by killing herself. Okay, that's the last time he ever felt and he allowed himself to feel anything, and these feelings were bad. These feelings were bad. So now, since he doesn't form relationships with people anymore, the only time he ever feels anything is when he's reliving that pain. He's digging up the corpse again. He's reliving the pain of his father not loving him. He's reliving the pain of his mother abandoning him. That's the only time he ever feels anything. And he hates that about himself, okay? He can't replace it with new feelings like love, okay? Because he doesn't want to open up. So he just keeps reliving what's already in there rather than open up to other feelings. You see what I mean? Okay, that's his problem. He can't fucking relate to people. He's afraid of relating to people. He doesn't know what to get scared. He gets scared when he starts feeling things, okay? He's scared for his friend Sid. He can see intellectually because he's not emotionally involved in Sid's situation, so he can look at it rationally. This woman's using you. She's going to trick you, and you're falling for it. He can see it just like I can see it. But Sid can't see it because he's emotionally involved, way too emotionally involved in this girl. Now he thinks he's going to be a dad. Okay, he's trying to do everything right. It's like, what the fuck, dude? She doesn't deserve everything right. You don't even know if it's your fucking kid. You're just taking her word on everything. You see what I mean? And that's the problem with Sid. He has no fucking self-respect. He will throw his self-respect out the fucking window if he feels that it's wrong. If he feels that, he's guilty. If he feels guilty about something, he'll throw out his morals. Okay? And Zach tells him that. You got some bullshit moral code of ethics. And it is bullshit code of ethics, but that's how he lives his life. And it's sad because that will bite him in the ass later, okay? So the next scene that we have here is they're doing a pressurization test, okay, what it's like to be in pressure, because, all aircraft carriers are pressurized when you're up in the air, because there's no air up there, all right? So they're doing a pressurization test. They're doing simple exercises. Seagar and Mayo are doing patty cake, and Sid is doing, he's taking out playing cards, and he's got to name what the card is and put it down. Take another, name what it is, and put it down, okay? Now, they're in a pressurization chamber, so they're told to unmask. Now, when they're unmasked, that's when the euphoria hits, okay? That's when they start acting dizzy and shit like that. Now, that's all normal. Now, the point of the test is to see how long you can handle that and then fucking put your mask back on so you can breathe normally again, okay? They did that to us, too, when I was in boot camp, but it wasn't like this. It wasn't a pressurization test. It was a fucking gas chamber. They threw us in a fucking gas chamber, okay? We put our gas mask on. We went in the fucking chamber, and then they told us to take the mask off, okay? We had to hold it like that in a fucking gas chamber for 1 minute. It felt like fucking 100 hours, okay, in a gas chamber, okay, trying not to breathe, closing your eyes, trying not to inhale any of this shit, and then after a minute, they tell you to put your mask back on, okay, put it back on and seal it up correctly. You want to talk about some fucking torture, man? Longest minute of my fucking life, okay? Yeah, they made us do that. And you know how many people were panicking in there? Oh my God, we had guys in there running out the door. That was bullshit. Oh my God, dude. But yeah, Yeah, so anyway, Sid fails the test because he starts having an anxiety attack in the middle of this fucking pressurization test, okay? He can't handle shit. He starts panicking. He can't put his mask back on. So Zach has to jump over there, grab him, and force him down so he can put the mask on him himself, the oxygen mask, okay? Because Sid's fucking having a nervous breakdown right there in front of everybody, okay? And we know why it's happening, okay? We know why it's because he's stressed out, okay? He cannot handle fucking Lynette and her bullshit, okay? He believes that he's fucked up and that he's not gonna live this down. You know, he doesn't know what to do with his life and he's scared, you know, kind of shit, you know, and he can't handle it. He can't handle it. The fact that Lynette might be lying to him never occurred to him. It never even entered his realm of possible, despite the fact that Mayo fucking told him straight to his face, she's probably bullshitting you. She's using you. Exactly what Gunny warned us about. These girls are trying to get pregnant so you can marry them and get them the fuck out of Jerkwater, fucking Minnesota. Okay? Exactly. But he doesn't realize, he doesn't want to believe that. He wants to believe that Lynette is honorable. A woman that fucking gave it up the first fucking day he met her. Okay, is honorable? Are you out of your fucking mind? You think you're the first one she did that to? Get the fuck out of here. Anyway. So later on, there's a color ceremony. That's when you're raising the flag. That's what we call it. We call it a color ceremony. There's a whole guard you have to do it. You know, there's a procedure to do it, to raising the flag and setting it down, that kind of thing. So during the color ceremony, Zach's a part of that. All right, they got to raise the flag on the base that morning, and he looks over, he notices coming out of one of the buildings there is Gunny Foley and Sid. Sid's there too, but Sid's in his civilian attire. Okay, so he's in his regular clothes. That means that he either got kicked out or he quit. He DOR'd, dropped on request. That means he requested to leave the school. Okay, he can't handle it, all right? That's actually what Gunny's goal is try to get everybody to fucking DOR, because the people that don't quit are the ones that make it as an officer. If you quit, you're not cut out for the Navy, all right? So it looks like Sid DOR'd, okay, or he got kicked out, one or the other, all right? So he notices that, so he runs over there. Now, Gunny Foley and Sid are walking together down the sidewalk, and Zach runs after them, okay? You know, now Zach automatically thinks that Gunny kicked him out. That Gunny kicked him out of the Officer Candidate School because he failed the pressurization test, all right? And Zach's like, no, didn't he tell you? Zach's like, didn't he tell you what's been going on in his life? Didn't he tell you all the stress that he's under, you know? And Gunny says, it doesn't matter, Mayo. He freaked out at 25,000 feet, and that can never happen. And Gunny's a hard ass. You know? Like look, sir. He got some girl in town pregnant, okay? And she's putting him through hell, okay? And says like, Zach, they don't matter. They don't matter. You know, and Zach's like, doesn't matter. You only got 2 weeks left. They can't kick you out. You only got 2 weeks left. You know? And Gunny says like, it can still happen to you too, mayonnaise. You know, while he's strutting down the sidewalk while he walks away. Okay, so Gunny walks away after he tells Zach that. It can still happen to you, mayonnaise. And he walks away, right? Zach just stands there. And this is one of my favorite scenes of the movie. Zach just stands there. Looks at Gunny walking away. Now, he's a cadet. He's not even a naval officer. He's not earned that title yet. He's not a naval officer. Okay, he's still got 2 weeks before graduation. All right, just think about that. He's got 2 weeks before graduation. Okay, and he just stares at him as Gunny walks away. Then he says, I'm talking to you, motherfucker! Do you know what would happen to me if I were to do that, going to boot camp to tell that to my drill instructor? You know what they would have done to me? They will take me into this closet where they keep all the cleaning tools, okay, and they will lock the doors, and they will give me some wall-to-wall counseling, okay? And how do I know that? Because they fucking did, all right? When I was in boot camp, at the time that I was in boot camp, I was in third phase of boot camp, which meant I had like 3 weeks to go before I graduated. And at that time, my mother gave birth to my triplet sisters during that time, okay? I got a message from the Red Cross telling me that my mom gave birth to 3 healthy girls, okay? And I was really excited to get that letter, to get that telegram that I got. But I requested permission to call her, to call my mom, to see how she's doing, you know? Which occurred, there are no phone privileges, okay, in boot camp. And they denied me. They denied me that. and I was stressed out a lot. I mean, I was already going through boot camp. I was already stressed out, okay? And then here my mom just gave birth to my triplet sisters, and I'm just like, oh my God, and I can't call her. And I can't call her, right? And I remember I was the guide in my boot camp, okay, which means I was the leader. I was basically the leader of my troop, okay? I was the leader of my class, okay? And I lost my temper when they told me that I was denied. They were not going to let me call my mom. I told my drill instructor, "Fuck you," and I said it in front of the whole class. Yeah, I did. And yeah, I did. And the 3 drill instructors, they took me into the whiskey locker, and they taught me some respect. Yeah, you can't get away with that today. But this was the 90s, okay? Yeah, I remember that very, very well. And they also fired me from being the guide. They got this other guy to be who I hated, named Cunningham. They made him the new guide. So he's the one that graduated as the leader of the class. Although I had been carrying that fucking the guy. I've been carrying that for the guide on. I've been carrying it for 2.5 months, and they gave it to him. So he graduates the guide. But right before he graduated, we graduated. He did graduate with a black eye. He did graduate a month later with a black eye because I beat the shit out of him the day before graduation. Wow, good times, man, good times. Anyway, but that's my story, okay? Anyway, yeah, so he tells that to Gunny Foley. I'm talking to you, motherfucker. Well, Gunny Foley turns around. "What did you say to me?" You know, like that. Gunny's like, Foley's like, Zach's like, "I thought the DIs were supposed to help everybody around here. What kind of human being are you?" Okay, now these are actually questions that Zach should be asking himself. Okay, exactly. He's supposed to be helping the people around here. Okay, this is the same thing that Gunny was trying to instill in him weeks ago when he was ITing him that weekend when he took away his liberty and said, "I want your DOR." Remember that when he kept hosing him down, making him do push-ups in the mud and all that kind of shit? Yeah. What kind of a person are you? You're supposed to be helping your classmates and you're not. Instead, you're trying to sell them shit. You're breaking the rules and risking their fucking honor violations on them. You know, instead of helping them and encouraging them, okay? It's not my job to encourage you to do better. It's your job to encourage each other to do better. I'm supposed to teach you how to encourage each other to do better. You see what I mean? That's how it works. And he doesn't understand that, but he's understanding that now. And now he thinks the drill instructor fucking dropped him, dropped Sid, and he didn't, okay? You know, what kind of human being are you, you know? And yeah, and so Foley says, like, "You better lock it up, boy. You're going to be leaving with him." You know, yeah. And Zach's like, "I don't get this. Sid's the best student in the class. He's the best leader. He's the best friend to everybody. But you can't bend your goddamn rules just once." You know? Yeah. And I think the lesson here, okay, for Zach is that the kind of person that you are, okay, is a lot more important than what you do, okay, than what you accomplish. Okay, this thing isn't about being a gentleman. Okay, I mean, yeah, he's going to be a naval officer. Okay, yeah, that's his goal. That's what he's trying to accomplish. Okay, that's not nearly as important as his character. What kind of person is he? Okay, even if he didn't make it as an officer, if he changed for the better as a person, it would have been enough. You see what I mean? It doesn't matter whether he makes the goal or not. The important thing is, did he change? Did he improve himself? Did he become a better person? Did he become a better human being? Because it doesn't matter what you fucking accomplish in your life. Okay? What matters is, how did you accomplish it? What kind of person are you? And that's the lesson that Zach is being taught in this. You know, it's in between the lines. You really got to look at it over and over again to figure out what's being said here. Okay, but that's it. Okay? Well, why he's now asking these questions to the drill instructor. Okay? These are questions that he should have been asking himself at the beginning, but he never did until now. He never bothered to ask these questions before to anybody, much less himself. And now he is. He's changing. That's a good thing. Okay? You know, he's sticking up for his friend. Like, he never stuck up for anybody before. You know? And he was always out for himself. It was always about, who's going to take care of me? What do I get out of it? That's the kind of man that he used to be. You see? And Sid's like, and Sid tells him, I went to him, Zach. I gave him my DOR. You were right. I wasn't here for me. I was here for my brother. And then he's like, he runs away like a pussy that he is. Hey, I'm sorry. I like Sid too, but he's a fucking pussy. He's a country bumpkin pussy. Okay, I've met plenty of guys like this, unfortunately. It sucks. It sucks that, these guys who are so fucking tough in the field, man, can carry shit, they can shoot shit, They're tough, they can fight, they're tough motherfuckers, but you put a fucking piece of ass in front of them and they fold like a house of fucking cards. They can't handle it. I love her. Yeah, get the fuck out of here, man. Yeah, anyway. Unfortunately, that's actually pretty correct. I've known plenty of guys like Sid, unfortunately. It's sad. It's sad. Like I said, the Marine Corps, the military, I'm guessing, but definitely the Marine Corps, it doesn't turn you into something you're not. Okay, it doesn't make you into something. Okay, if you're a coward in real life, you're still going to be a coward in the Marine Corps, okay? That's not going to change you. What it's going to do is going to pull out what's already there. It's going to expose you for what you really are, okay? That's the truth. If you have courage inside of you, it's going to make you tap into it, okay? Otherwise, you ain't going to make it. See what I mean? But if you're a coward and that's all you are, it's going to expose that too. You see it? And that's it. And since being exposed, he's a coward. He is a fucking coward. Okay? He's a coward. He's afraid of life. He's afraid of life. Okay? And that's sad. That's sad. Okay? So, of course, Sid runs away. So Zach Mayo asks Gunny, this candidate asked to be excused. And Gunny's like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Man, if this movie had been realistic, Gunny would have beat the shit out of Mayo right then and there. But that happens later. Okay, I'm going to stop my review right here, but I'll be back shortly to continue my review of Officer and Gentleman. I thank you very much for watching this long, and I'll see you soon on the next one.